Cheater breakup advice. I, 25M, broke up with GF, 26F. Did I do the right thing? So me, 25M, and my now ex-girlfriend, 26F, had been dating for roughly 1.5 years. I want to start by saying that I truly loved this girl and there were a lot of great things about her, heavily outweighing any bad. This was both our first real relationship. 6 months into the relationship, we were sitting in her bed, and she gets a FaceTime call from a then random guy the first didn't know. She declines the call as she didn't have clothes on. About 15 minutes later, I hear them talking in the kitchen and she told the guy, "Sorry I didn't answer. I didn't have a shirt on." The guy then replies, "Well, you should have still answered it." This immediately made me upset and a little suspicious. I calmly confronted her about it and she said, "Oh, he's just one of my friends. He has no filter sometimes." I then replied, "Well, have you guys slept together or anything like that?" Her answer was, "No. We tried to talk but it didn't work out." Come to find out this is a lie at the end of the story. My response was, "Well, he knows we are dating and he acts like this? I would feel more comfortable if you weren't friends with guys. Because I know how they can be." Her response was somewhat neutral because she wanted me to meet him, and my opinion would be different because he's a cool guy. Without an argument, I brushed it off, expecting her to know what she needs to do. We never argued the entire relationship. Rather casual conversations and discussions. Fast forward 3 months. My job offers me a great position in another state from where we were both currently living. After talking to her about it, she was sad but knew that I wanted her to move with me when her contract was up 7 months after my move, which she was happily ready to do. After moving, our relationship seemed to be growing more serious and closer. We talked on FaceTime almost every day and were very open with each other. Fast forward to this recent Christmas. I flew to her parents' house to spend Christmas with them. One night I went through her phone and found long text messages between them basically saying, "I lied to him about us having sex in the past. I should have told him the truth. I lied about us to him," followed up by, "I love ya," to the guy. After finding these messages, I confronted her about it and she started crying saying, "You can delete his number from my phone. I want to spend my life with you, etc., etc., etc." I immediately broke up with her, told her parents and booked the first flight home without opening any presents or gifts that the family got me. Did I do the right thing or did I overreact? I truly loved this girl and there were never any arguments or fights, and could have seen myself marrying her. Now I don't know. She lied about sleeping with the guy in the past, wanted me to meet him and texted the guy, "I love ya." Should I forgive her or let her go completely? Was she a cheater, or had she slept with him before you guys were a couple? All the advice on these is always the same. You have people who were cheated on and self-project their own issues and say, "Once a cheater, always a cheater." You have other people who were the cheaters that say, "They made a stupid mistake." Ignore them all because this is not an issue of infidelity. It's an issue of trust. She did not cheat on you. She lied to you. That is the issue you need to address. When you catch someone in a lie, you lose trust. The bigger the lie and the more trust you initially had in them, the more it hurts and the more trust you lose. This question is not something you need to ask random internet strangers but need to ask yourself. Do you think you have lost all trust in her and she can never gain it back? If so, then you need to move on. If you think she can earn your trust back, then give her a chance to try. The decision is yours and hers. You need to decide if you want to give her a chance to earn back your trust. Together you need to decide what it will take for her to earn your trust back. And she needs to decide if she is willing to do what it takes to earn it back. She just showed you she won't be sincere on her own will. Only if you find out the truth. So basically you love this idea of a person who is sincere but doesn't exist. The true person is this girl who lies to your face and only will be sincere if you find the truth yourself. I personally wouldn't be able to trust her anymore. Mad respect for leaving her at Christmas and not even opening presents and telling her parents. Valid decision. Why should she lie about sleeping with someone who's obviously being flirtatious on a random FaceTime call? He's not calling her out if the blue seems like they keep in touch. F her man. Devote yourself to a woman that won't lie to you. He even telling him that she did not answer the phone because she did not have a shirt on is so ridiculous. You did the right thing. Do not second guess yourself. You kept your dignity by breaking up and leaving her parents' house the minute you found out that your GF cheated. Let it go. Going back to her will only deepen your trust issues. And you might pass these issues on to the next relationship. Which is even worse. There are trustworthy women out there. She's not the one. Nobody with any self-respect even considers staying with a cheater. The fact that you're even considering it means you need to work on yourself. Self-respect with a hint of a backbone? You love to hear stories like this. Also, please have a better vetting system for your next relationship. Yes, you definitely did the right thing. Listen, brother. A ring doesn't change a person. She would have kept right on lying to your face about this guy and very possibly others too. It's a hard pill to swallow. And I feel bad for you. But it does get better. Hold your head high and move on to an honest woman in your life. You're needlessly overthinking yourself. I had a similar experience and situation 4 years ago and made the decision you did to split. Immediately. Best decision for me. Because mutual friends eventually let me know she had the same behavior with the next guy she dated. After me. These kinds of people crave attention and validation. In your situation, she was perfectly comfortable with this guy crossing the line with his comment about her answering his call topless. Not because it was harmless or a joke, but because she liked it. She liked the attention he was giving her. This doesn't change. And it won't change if you decide to try to work it out with her. She'll only realize you backed down. As someone who stayed with a man who I learned was basically a pathological liar after we got married, don't do it. People who lie willingly in a relationship never stop. I'm still dealing with it with 3 kids and it's much more complicated, so don't complicate your life by marrying or trying to rehabilitate a liar. If she's let other men think they have a chance with her by seeking their attention like that, she's probably not ready for commitment. Sigh, this is rough. I say I love you to everyone. Even my past guy friends who meant nothing to me. If she offered to delete the number and block it, I'd reconsider. Under conditions, of course. You made the right choice. She misled you, confessing only when undeniable evidence of her infidelity emerged. In my experience, once trust is broken, rebuilding it becomes nearly impossible. She's not willing to stop messaging him. There's still feelings there. Usually it's familiar comfort, but it's still extremely disrespectful to you. If you let things slide, she'll just keep pushing your boundaries with how close she can get to him behind your back. I know this. 30F was her at one point. You did the right thing. Okay, so she didn't cheat, but she did lie. Love ya is a hell of a lot different to I love you. If the relationship is otherwise good, I don't know. I could get past a lie like that. Probably. I think you are controlling though in having a blanket ban in her having male friends. Let her go completely. Sorry bro. She lied to you. That's the point. That's the major red flag. That's the strike number 1. She lied about sleeping with a guy she still has deep attachments to. Strike number 2 and the second major red flag is that you expressed that her communication with him was inappropriate, considering you two were in a relationship, and she chose to still continue communication with him. Strike number 3. She is still having personal conversations with him about your relationship. I'm not against male-female platonic relationships. There are certain things that can never happen for them to be acceptable. She's violated some major platonic rules. She is moving dirty. You can feel it. Trust your gut. You know something was off. You know their interactions showed that there was something irregular about their friendship, and now that you know she's lied about their past, you can't trust anything she says regarding their relationship history. Do you FaceTime female friends while they are topless? Do you do that when they are in a relationship with another guy? Do you think your ex would have answered him butt naked if you weren't there? Did his tone when he said, "You should have answered topless," sound like a platonic friend or a guy who knows he could access your girl whenever he wants? Do you know how friendly you have to be with someone for them to be able to FaceTime you unannounced? How many of your female friends that are in a relationship end their convo with, "I love you, yeah"? Who do you think she called after you left her parents' house? Expressionless. These are questions that you only need to ask yourself to reaffirm that something was off about your ex and that you made the right call. You did the right thing. You two might be able to reconcile later on, but the other guy needs to be completely out of the picture and she needs to be 1000% honest with you. Too many people in this thread are defending cheaters. This is an emotional affair. She said, "I love you," to a man who was flirting with her and suggesting she FaceTime him nude. I strongly believe you can have friends of the opposite gender. I, controversially, even think you can become friends with your exes. But this has nothing to do with those stances. And you telling her to stop being friends with this prick does not equate to telling her she can't be friends with guys or an ex. You simply had the spine to tell her to cut out someone who had demonstrated no respect for your relationship. There is no, "She just lied," or "You were too fast to act," or worst of all, "She made a mistake." She simply cheated, and should be held to the standard of monogamy she signed up for. Keep the backbone and self-respect, and get into a relationship with someone who deserves a man with those attributes. Yeah, no, you did the right thing. She should have been upfront about it. Shouldn't even made contact with the guy. The fact they still keep in contact and you caught her in a lie is enough. Once the trust is broken, it's no good.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.